of the most exciting matchups going into the online era was this emerging Sandrock Gaming going up against Team Vitality, playing in the European region, getting their feet wet there, and testing the waters. Now, Team Falcons get Alpha 54 and Vitality on LAN. It's the matchup we've been waiting for, and we've got it now.
Whether it's a Storm or whether it's the Falcons, you can expect some high-flying action here in this series. Already, you're seeing a little bit from Falcons as they get the ball, just trying to apply that early offensive pressure. Making a statement in this first game, going to be big in terms of controlling the momentum. Let's see what Alpha and Vitality have going up against Falcons.
TRK loses possession there. Alpha will send it all the way downfield. O'Collin's going to be trying to connect with Ahmad, but he's still way at the back. Ahmad leading the team in scoring, just under a goal per game throughout the winter split. TRK to the backboard, easily sent away by Radosin, and now O'Collin trying to bring it back in. Radosinho having none of it.
I like the defense we're seeing, though, from Vitality, just kind of slowing things down in the air. They're not afraid to get up to the sky, and that's going to really cause Falcons to be able to try to change up their approach. It's not going to be an easy way in. As you can see Radosin even trying to get the flip reset there. That midfield pass almost cut out. This is what I'm talking about. That battle for the midfield going to be key. Chance there for Ahmad, and Falcons get on the board.
And this is not the guy you want to let get going. If you're Team Vitality, Ahmad can snowball this real quick as he scores on the open net. The great feed from O'Collin, 1-0 for Team Falcons.
So already Falcons just kind of setting the tone here. That quick offense, Vitality's trying to meet him though. There's still plenty of time left in the game.
They touched on it on the desk. Ahmad sitting in the middle, really taking in that leadership role with the squad as Sizen's there to set it downfield. Around the boards now against Ahmad. And Ahmad stands strong, getting it done on both ends of the field.
Let's see how Vitality takes that. Wait, that's going to be open, and Alpha gets the equalizer. He plays that on the low 50 towards the side. You see TRK coming in. Alpha stays towards the ball, gets it past. All the Falcons move forward there, and Alpha just made him pay the price.
I wonder if Ahmad just thought that O'Collin was a lot closer than he was on the rotation.
I think he thought he had to win, like on that challenge. And then once they got beat out, everybody just scrambling back.
TRK making sure to grab that corner boost, make sure Sizen doesn't starve them out. This goes hard off the corner. Ahmad beaten to the ball there. This could angle downward. It does. Sizen's there. And so too is Alpha, but that's deflected out to the wing where Radisson's got to get there. And now it's Ahmad quickly downfield, all on his lonesome. And couldn't get the boost steal out of the corner. May not matter. O'Collin coming in. TRK is there as well. Can he line up a double? No. Alpha's there instead. And another good defensive stand for Team Vitality, trying to turn it into offense on the other side, and O'Collin's there.
You can see the faith here in Falcons, but when they're not making contact on the ball, it leaves so much room for Vitality, and they are continuing to put on the pressure. Right now, I mean, Alpha himself, 4 shots out of the 5 Vitality's had. The first half of the game, Vitality's definitely been able to strike back when Falcons kind of, push a little bit too much faith in one of their players moving up.
When you look at this group and you see Team Vitality, K-Corp, Team Falcons, and Dignitas, you can't help but think group of death. As O'Collin's gonna sky one up for himself. TRK waiting for a rebound. Radisson's there as well. Out of the corner, here comes Ahmad, a little too slow to the play. And a chance for Vitality to break a 1-1 deadlock, but it goes right back into their zone. O'Collin's there, but unable to send it any further forward. O'Collin again, redirect.
Oh.
Just a little off. It's a high shot. And Ahmad now with the follow-up from the wing. Going all the way to ground, and the defense not fooled one bit.
Yeah, and I like the other play there we saw from Falcons. TRK definitely looks like he has a good read on the ball, and he's been able to be in positions after his teammates make challenges and try to turn them into goal-scoring opportunities. He's needed here on the defense. Kala will be able to bail him out. TRK will pick up the boost and boom this downfield, just kind of bailing Falcons out of an awkward spot for the time being.
O'Collin for Ahmad, and the bouncer set away at the last moment. It was right there at the post. Defense had to respect it as Ahmad ranges back. He'll make the stop. And looking for one more touch to set up TRK. He's done that, but TRK let it get a little too far away from him. Possession now back for Team Vitality. It's Alpha up all by himself, going against TRK. And Ahmad is there, so is O'Collin to fend off Vitality again. if only for a moment. Radisson again trying to force his way through. The challenges have been great for Vitality. The opportunities have been there, but they haven't converted as that goes off the crossbar.
Close, but not enough. Alpha's gonna turn. Shot! It's in! Vitality take the lead late in game one.
He's got them both for Team Vitality. And once again, the defense worn out on the side of Falcons. Vitality, 2 unanswered goals and a lead with 47 seconds. Important kickoff here for Falcons to try and gain some forward momentum again. They've got it with Ahmad, trying to bring it down to ground. He's forced it through 2, but there at the last, it's Alpha to make the stop. This is skied up again for O'Callaghan. Falcons will not go away easily here. The challenge is starting to go their way with 30 seconds left.
Sizen, though, cleared out into space. It's about just kind of keeping Falcons here on that blue half. Griddle challenge from Alpha, trying to get the flip reset. Don't think he got it, otherwise I feel like he would have used it to keep himself up into the air. Time ticking down. Falcons can't get out of their own half. Still more pressure. That one's gonna be Sizen. He's gonna pick up off the mistake, securing the game.
Yeah, almost certainly with only 13 seconds left. Just an awkward save for O'Callaghan. They put him in a real tough spot. And this Falcons defense over the last 2.5 minutes has been back against the wall. Vitality have overwhelmed them. And now the final countdown of game one. Vitality has it going the right way to burn off the final few seconds. And Team Vitality makes a huge statement in the final 2 minutes to take this game away from Team Falcons.
We talked about, the desk talked about it earlier. They talked about Falcons overall being a solid team. I think that was one of the things Bates had said, but when you take a look at the stats and you see what Alpha did that game, my goodness, 8 shots coming out from him as an individual. Fantastic work. And of course, you saw it again, Radosin getting involved, getting those assists as well, and Sizen again with that security. Yes, sure, maybe Vitality, you know, they do have that star player in Alpha, but when everybody else steps up, that is a threat that not a lot of people know how to handle.
As we look back at the Mobile One high performance replay, that right there was the game winner ultimately from Alpha 54 on an open net, as they just, all 3 goals that Vitality scored in that game, it just felt like they broke down the Team Falcons defense. They just overloaded them with shot after shot after shot, banger after banger, and eventually Falcons just could not withstand the pressure.
Yeah, I don't think Falcons were expecting that going in, right? And of course, everyone knows the threat of Alpha, but for the Falcons, they started off with that high-powered offense very early on. They were in the air, they had that full trust, and then when Vitality just started to kind of get ahead of that, you could see it. Falcons, again, defense scrambling back, not necessarily clean Rocket League out of this one. They've got to tighten it up here on Forbidden Temple.
Game 2, mentally, you got to feel like a must-win now for Falcons, as they've got to bounce back or stare down a potential sweep at the hands of their once rivals, Team Vitality. So many great matchups that we were kind of denied when the lands went away for a little while, as Alpha 54, big challenge in the air. Sizen in there as well. Ahmad in a tough spot. The whole Falcons defense has been in a tough spot, as Vitality almost can't lose a challenge at this point.
Yeah, they're winning challenges left and right. I mean, at this point, you see them in the corner. They're 50ing each other at this point. Finally, a little bit of a breakaway, and Falcons can get some space. Alpha will pick up the save off to the side. You see Khaled in the corner. Alpha puts in that middle. Sizen is there. And again, clearing things out. You see how Falcons make this approach on offense. TRK trying to set something up, but no follow-up. It'll be cleared back into the midfield once again. It's really tough here for Falcons to set up some consistent offensive pressure. Alpha and Vitality, they've been meeting it every single step of the way.
Needing a second touch there was Ahmad, but again, Vitality back on the prowl. Almost seems like not a matter of if they'll open the scoring, but when. Could be here, but Ahmad's in the way as he just guided that out to the wing. There's TRK to pop one up. O'Callaghan strafing across as well. That double commit does not prove costly as it's sent downfield.
Yeah, you can see it, like you said, it wasn't costly there. They were able to make it work. But if Vitality's a little bit more set, it's Sizen redirect. Oh my God! Again, unexpected from Sizen. Watch this right here. Jumps off, great angle to push it into the back of the net. You gotta keep your head on a swivel against the Swarm.
2 assists in the series already for Radosin. And that one sure looked pretty with the finish from Sizen. Just downfield, you see me. Yes, I do. Downfield now. It is Radosin just clearing that away. And TRK just to sky it up where Alpha 54 takes it away. It's like they just served him up a batting practice fastball and he knocked it out of the park.
Absolutely. This is already awkward. It's an easy read for Vitality. They see the positioning, and Alpha jumps right on top of it. Vitality up by 2, and Team Falcons looking stunned here.
5 unanswered goals now out of Team Vitality after conceding the opening goal. It was Ahmad, and it feels like so long ago at this point. Sizen and Alpha both up. TRK won the challenge. Banks open as Falcons are on the board.
That's a big goal. Very big here to kind of just slow things down and get Falcons back into the game. Good win there for TRK. Defense got caught out. Now you start to look at the time and think, okay, let's go kind of back to reality real quick. Falcons trying to remind everybody who they are. Still plenty of time left in game 2.
Double cheat, and the ball just goes way up to the ceiling. No chance for anybody to follow up. Now TRK quickly onto this, and Radosin with the save. Now O'Khaled for TRK again, and that ricochets off of O'Khaled. And Ahmad can't win the challenge over Alpha. Everybody's got to scramble back now for Team Falcons. It's Sizen in the corner, and that demolition on Alpha certainly helps out immensely defensively for the Falcons.
Of course, them also being able to kind of get the ball out of their own end. Not letting Vitality get so many different more shot opportunities. Vitality have been a little bit more quiet here. 2 shots from Alpha, 2 from Sizen. On the side of Falcons, of course, TRK leading the charge, but here's Khaled leading it. Almost got that one through. Forced 2 up, but not really a chance for follow-up. Ahmad and TRK, they had to go back, and they're going to try again if Vitality let them.
Oh, good pop-up there for Radosin, looking for yet another assist. He's already got 3. Out of the corner, shot easily blocked by O'Khaled. And Sizen have to bring this all the way to his own back corner with Alpha 54 there. Radosin taking himself against Ahmad. It's available, but O'Khaled is onto it first. And here come Team Falcons again.
Nice light read, be cleared away. And the Falcons definitely meshing up well. TRK's getting some demos here. They're trying to make Vitality uncomfortable. TRK with the shot, but Alpha, what a save there. Khaled doesn't have the boost to make the high-powered shot, so it gets sent to Radosin, who cleared away.
For months and literally years, we wondered what this matchup would look like on land, and boy, is it delivering. Alpha 54 dancing through the air, got the bump. 1 more shot needed, Sizen under the bar. What a setup from Alpha.
Alpha clearing the way, gets it past 1, sees 2, see you later, Ahmad. And Sizen cleans it up with the open net. Another 3-1 scoreline here in favor of Vitality again. They are fighting back. Even when Falcons try to throw a punch, they throw 2 more at them.
When you think about the long journeys that some of these players have had, another opportunity. Alpha again right at the crossbar, and O'Khaled with the save. Alpha's big break came on a team named Savage. You just don't see that every day. As it's Radosin again through midfield. Alpha waiting if there's any kind of misplay out of O'Khaled. TRK has to bomb it away, and there is Sizen again with another stop in midfield, frustrating the Falcons' attack.
Time ticking down once again. Vitality in a very comfortable spot. They just have to manage this pace, and they are doing so really well. Look at this. Everybody from the Falcons all like front post into the corner. They look very awkward here, and Vitality boosted up. They just have to play the 50 game until the clock runs out.
Down to 15 seconds now as Falcons stuck at their own back line. 3-1 the result in game 1. Looking very similar now on Forbidden Temple. Team Vitality, 2 down and 1 to go in this dream matchup on day number 1.
Ahmad trying to keep it up. Nope, see you later. That's in the ground. Vitality put the series on match point. And I don't know if this was necessarily something a lot of people predicted going into this series. They are showing up and showing out. Radosin, especially on that game, lots of clutch saves, great assists, set up Alpha, Sizen with a couple of goals of his own, but of course Alpha was able to kind of let that be a little bit more easier for him. And Vitality, Wow. They could sweep this if Falcons don't get it together soon.
Ahmad and TRK have the lone goals for Team Falcons, one in each of these couple of games here, as we look back and see exactly how Alpha 54 led Vitality to another dub. The big save, the big bump, and Sizen putting that one away at the end. And those numbers tell the tale. A lot of crooked numbers on one side, not so much on the other, as Team Vitality 1 win away now from a clean sweep to start their group stage.
Talked earlier to some people on the Falcons. Didn't drop a game in scrims. Won every scrim leading up to this event. Now what do they do when they have to play from behind like this? Because Vitality in prime position to take this series.
Man, if I had $1 for every time I've heard a team's winning all their scrims and then they come out and don't win on the stage, I might be able to run one of these myself. It just seems to be a theme. Scrims and the real deal are two very different things, as we're off and running now on DFH Stadium. And Sizen down and touched out by Ahmad.
Vitality so close on that one, but close not enough. This one's still 0-0. They'll try again. Alpha gets a demo here. Radosin sets it up. Alpha shot blocked out. Khaled with the denial. In game 3, kind of picking up where we left off. Starting off with some control on Vitality, and Falcons on that defensive end. They've got to be able to break out of this stacks, get some of that offensive pressure, kind of outpace Vitality to the ball. It's what they've really been struggling with here.
Through the wing in a foot race between Khaled and Alpha. Good pass to Ahmad. Khaled trying to run interference, and he did just enough to slow down the defense, and Falcons lead for the first time since game 1.
I like this though. Khaled, he passed the ball, sees Ahmad there, tries to make Alpha as uncomfortable as possible. Even Ahmad, he goes up for it and still looking for the bump. It was a great defensive effort from Alpha, but it's not good enough when you got the Falcons bearing down on you.
So another early goal out of Team Falcons. This is real awkward out of Ahmad though, and Khaled has to range back after Team Falcons kind of created a sticky situation for themselves. This kicks out for Alpha 54. No, it'll be Sizen who takes charge. Alpha's ready behind him though. He'll come on, and his shot blocked away.
This is Dolson playing it low. Tried to get it past Ahmad. Ahmad and TRK both on that back wall. And a good clear out will buy them some time. Team Falcons here sitting with the lead, trying to build and expand on that. They were able to get a really strong counterattack. Can they get one here? TRK trying to lead that charge. Jumped up for it, forcing Alpha into a tough spot, but looks like it's going the other way. Ahmad able to get a really good touch, though, to keep things a little bit slower in the midfield until Sizen puts a shot on.
Ahmad had a good plan there, but unfortunately Radosin was right there waiting for it. And it's Alpha now. What more does he have up his sleeve? Pinch shot is set away by Khaled. May have even been intended to be a pass if somebody could have dove forward. It's Sizen now for Alpha. Again, trying to lead the charge. Blocked away again. But Sizen won't let Falcons get on that end for too long. Now Radosin trying to bring this gently to ground, and he's done so. So now it's Team Falcons with the lead, playing exactly as you'd expect out of a front runner. Dump it in, burn more time off the clock, but you got to feel like one goal is not going to be enough against Vitality the way they're playing.
They're looking for a way back, but Falcons have kind of controlled the pace very well. Look at that clean beat. TRK is going to have space out in front. Alpha 54 on top of this. Take it, pops it up. Radosin's there, but Radosin gets bumped, so Sizen, third man back, will be able to get it around. It just seems like now Falcons trying to set up a line here in that midfield where they are not letting Vitality get up there comfortably. We haven't seen Vitality in the upper third in a while.
Well, Ahmad just hanging in there to get that ball to the wall. It lets TRK set up a Khaled, but he's going to want that one back. He was nowhere near putting that on target. So now TRK, bring it to the top right. It's off. And another opportunity. Sizen's in a tough spot, and he just did enough to give Radosin time to save the day. But now Team Falcons riding this wave of momentum, trying to dominate Team Vitality. They're dominating possession. That's a great back pass, a very mature play, trying to keep the attack alive, but now they're under duress.
Just keep Vitality off the ball. TRK gets a demo on that play. 50 out, still no danger. Redostan goes up for it, of course, but Falcons maintaining that possession. They're not afraid to move it around as long as they don't give Vitality the ball, as long as they don't give this man the ball. Alpha gets a 50 here, which will slow things down, but it seems like it only slows things down for Vitality. Great pinch off that sidewall for Ahmad, and now Falcons trying to set things up. That was a good top left corner shot, but it was blocked away.
1 minute remains here in Game 3. Vitality trying to close out Team Falcons. Get as strong a start as you possibly can to the group stage. Alpha just ahead, but now TRK bring it across, down to 40 seconds now. Opportunity is going to be few and far between now for Alpha and Vitality. Got the demolition, but nobody could get one anywhere near the mark. A missed opportunity, to say the least, from Vitality.
Whoa, close chance there. You can see the level of speed increasing. Vitality are playing a much faster game, but Falcons know the position they're in. They know Vitality has to force the issue, so they've been patient and they've not overcommitted too much. Just again, trying to mitigate that clock. You gotta stop that shot though! Redostan with the tie. 12 seconds left in Game 3.
Multiple decoy plays, and finally, they got Falcons to fight on one. They were frozen just long enough, and Redostan gets his first goal of the series. Sizen can't win the race. Down to 7 seconds. TRK to play hero. No, Ahmad to the corner. No shot on just yet. O'Khaled with no time on the clock. TRK for the win, denied!
Oh, so close, ball still up. And it'll finally hit the ground. Overtime in Game 3, but Vitality survive off the skin of their teeth.
This is why Vitality chose to build around Alpha. Moments like this. Still available on the wing. Ahmad just ahead of Redostan. And now Sizen trying to get one central again. O'Khaled, awkward up the wall. Vitality buzzing all around Team Falcons. Here goes Ahmad. They finally break free. Looking for a bump, and Redostan avoided it.
Great avoidance there too. That was a prime position for Falcons. TRK up now, looking for the double. Will be denied by Vitality. Ahmad still keeping this in for the Falcons, and this one sitting in upper third. Demo on the play, a little bit of a smoke screen. What can Khaled do with this? Gets it past Alpha, but Redostan, who has been, I mean, just a sentinel. It won't matter! Ahmad gets it through, and Falcons stay alive in the series.
That is not the touch Redostan wanted, going up to the ceiling. TRK made him pay for it, and Ahmad finishes the job, and the Falcons have some life now, avoiding the sweep. And now you look at a side like Vitality, when you have that closeout opportunity, the momentum starts to shift a little bit. You gotta kind of push this out of your mind, right? Because you can't think about what might have been. You've got another game to play.
James Bada said at the beginning of the day, closing out a series on this stage is so hard, and you see the difficulty there. I mean, there were plenty of times where Falcons definitely could have took that game, but Vitality was playing up to pace. Now they've been hit back, and Falcons finally getting a win under their belt. How will that kind of change the direction of the rest of this series?
Oh, what it does is it guarantees that we'll see a fourth game now between Falcons and Vitality, and a chance to maybe build up the foundation of a reverse sweep. I know that's still a long, long way off. I mean, the way these two teams have played, though, that being the first one-goal game of this series, but it really has felt like, outside of maybe that first game felt dominant on the part of Vitality, at least in the second half of it. This series has felt like all one-goal games because these two have been so evenly matched.
They're playing with something to prove.
Yes.
Vitality, we talked about it. Every single player, there's something here that a win would just solidify. Alpha playing is slow. Oh, so close. We saw this in Game 3. Again, Team Vitality with a close chance of getting blocked out by Falcons. But again, of course, on the blue side, Falcons trying to, again, show why they are a threat. The Kings of Mina has not looked well on the international stage, but they're trying to change that particular narrative. They got to be able to stop Vitality on the press, though. Good touch from Khaled. Alpha will 50 TRK, and he'll go into the corner. Things starting to settle down after the initial Vitality push.
Very awkward plays in the first 40 seconds of this game. I think both teams trying to figure out exactly what to expect out of the opposition, even though we're 4 games in now. It is Radostin. Try to drop one down, and that's well defended. Even better on the follow-up, though. It's just the mind games that go into this. Next level thinking now between Falcons and Vitality. It's O'Khalid with Ahmad downfield. Try to lob it forward, but there's nobody there in an easy clear.
Just the very small touches. Are they passing? What's going on with that transition play? Oh, that's a little awkward, and maybe even something.
That's the second time that's happened to O'Khalid as well. He's had a couple ricochet off him now. May not matter. Radostin with the save, and O'Khalid's shot had nothing behind it. So Falcons are denied again by the Europeans.
But this is what I'm saying. Look at how Radostin played that. Played it off to the side, was able to recover, get another touch out. This is the level of thinking you have to play at this stage. A backflip from Alpha 54 gets punished. TRK puts Falcons on.
He is human after all. Just could not recover. TRK taking advantage. Just over 90 seconds gone by here in Game 4, and the momentum continues to swing in Falcons' favor.
It's only day 1, but again, you cannot afford to make mistakes on this level.
Mistakes on day 1 could very well ensure you don't get to day 3. It is around the boards now. Radostin, pop it up, and Alpha denied there, so here goes O'Khalid, downfield. Sizen trying to make sure he gets boost and ball. They're not going to get starved out this time. Ahmad tracking, so is TRK. He may be called into action here as a quick one comes off the corner. Follow-up there is non-existent and well fielded by O'Khalid. Halfway mark now in a perhaps reverse sweep brewing. Falcons taking the lead early in Game 3, hanging on there, and they hold it again here at Utopia with Champions Field on the horizon. O'Khalid has it all the way over towards Ahmad. He'll have to take this himself downfield. He won't have the midfield boost, may not matter. Radostin got greedy, grabbing the midfield boost, and O'Khalid made him pay for it.
Yeah, you see it right there, Radostin last back. Khalid on the ball. Do you think that if you're going for that boost, he's not going to put it in the back of your net? Hard lesson, and you shouldn't have to have those here on this stage, but if Falcons will remind you, hey, you gave it to him right then and there. 2 minutes left in Game 4, and Falcons starting to surge. It seems to be kind of a drought here from Vitality. We haven't seen him on the board yet.
So Vitality facing their biggest deficit of the series. Radostin tried to guide one down gently, and Ahmad will have that out towards the wing. TRK way downfield. O'Khalid was chasing, but it's Alpha 54. Bring it back in. And for Vitality, you just got to get him as many touches as you possibly can and see if he can spark something. It's going to be Alpha again, met by TRK. Radostin got one over Ahmad, and just off the bar. Follow-up is sent away. The entire Falcons defense putting in extra work here with 1:20.
Radostin tried for the double, but Khalid was there to send it off to the side. Vitality cannot capitalize on the awkwardness of Falcons on that defensive push. And now, 1:10, Falcons in complete control of this situation. How can Vitality bounce back with no time on the clock, basically? They have a minute here. They have the ball on Falcons half, but again, they're trying to pull them out, so to speak. Everybody's so far back. How will Vitality get going?
Radostin high and wide, and no follow-up thanks to the efforts of TRK. Sizen turning on one, and now it's kind of desperation time for Team Vitality here in Game 4. About to let another closeout opportunity go by the wayside. It's Sizen, all by himself. TRK there. Now Radostin. They're just not able to get this ball anywhere near Alpha 54. Down to 25 seconds. Through the corner, centered. Alpha's there, but so is the defensive Falcons. It was Ahmad initially. TRK with the save there. And Team Falcons, this is about as textbook as it gets for protecting a lead in the closing seconds.
Final 10, and Falcons show no signs of slowing down their flight. They have taken off ever since the Game 3 victory, and we are going to Champions Field for Game 5 to see who can close this one out. Everything else a formality, as that one will hit the ground, and Falcons will take Game 4.
It really has been feast or famine on the stage, right? You've had either sweeps or you go to Game 5. There is no middle ground. And yet again, we will go to Champions Field. This time, it's Falcons and Vitality treating us to what could become a classic.
What a way to start up this Group B as well. 5 games here between the two, and you've seen that both these teams can bleed, which is going to be something important as the rest of the group continues on here. But Vitality can show that they have that hot start. Falcons, again, being able to battle things back here in the series. But who has the ability to close it out? We've seen teams do it before. G1 was in a similar position. They stopped the reverse sweep. Can Vitality do something like this? Now, we're in a completely even playing field.
It's so weird to see Alpha struggle with his team because, again, we know how great this player can be. He's been the guy on Team Vitality for so long. It's a new era now with Vitality and a new one on the horizon with Zen waiting. Can Alpha 54 pull a rabbit out of his hat here and stop this tide against them? Ahmad and Team Falcons closing in on a reverse sweep here on Champions Field now. Do or die in the first matchup of Group B, and what a save by TRK.
Great stop there from TRK. Sizen, it looked like it was the right opportunity, but not enough. Once again, Vitality with that early pressure, but a big clear away, and chance here for Falcons to move downfield. Alpha is slowing down the initial touch and is needed again. Is just completely getting in the way there of anybody from Falcons trying to put that in the upper third. Can he do it again? It's going to be Redostin, though, to bail out Alpha, who's in a tough spot. And Falcons giving it back. But you saw Vitality again. Every game so far, they've had that strong surge off the kickoff, but Falcons turning things around with the counter.
I think Falcons have to feel like they really gave Game 1 away with all the opportunities that they afforded for Vitality, as Redostin has to go to his own backboard to pop that away. Now, O'Khalid looking in the direction of Ahmad. There's a whip and still available in front, but Redostin just ahead of TRK. Follow-up is saved away as well. But again, Falcons just keep peppering the back wall of Team Vitality, finally cleared.
Shot after shot, and they're not going to let it go the other way either. They send that right back. Look at the speed from Ahmad. Maybe have set up TRK here. Alpha got off to the corner. He kind of got awkward on the post. It didn't matter. Was able to recover only for a moment, though, before Falcons bring the ball right back in. They are really taking it to. There's the bump. There's TRK. And there's Falcons start Game 5 off right.
Right on the money. Target, lock on. Alpha, see you later. 3 goals for Ahmad, 3 goals for TRK, and another lead early for Team Falcons.
You can probably see it right now. Falcons, I think they realize Vitality, this team, when was the last time they've been in this position? Because they have completely switched up the style. They are on them. Look at the offensive pressure. They got everybody jumping for it. And now Vitality gets some space. Falcons have really soared in the opener of Game 5.
TRK just being enough of a nuisance against Vitality here, but now race to the corner. At least Ahmad got the boost. High bouncer for Redostin, no second touch, and a very late follow-up off the post. They play bingo and finally score. It's Alpha getting them back on the board.
I love this, though. Vitality being able to strike back quickly. That one off the post, it was awkward. Alpha had to recover and put it on, putting Vitality back in this conversation.
They hit everything except the net and finally got one to bounce through. Right at the halfway mark. And the cheat going the way of Team Falcons with TRK diving in. Now O'Khalid, tough angle, and he scores!
What a shot from Khalid! It goes off to the side. You can see it. Alpha trying to get there. He knows the danger. And Sizen got up, but it just wasn't enough. So much power behind that. And Falcons, I mean, they're trading blows left and right here. We still got half a game to go.
I'll take several more halves to go in this series. Here's Sizen for Alpha. Nothing doing there as O'Khaled's got it. Alpha taken off the field. Now Sizen, high bouncer out of the corner. Nothing there either. That's gonna be dangerous. It's banked in! The same thing TRK did in game 1. Alpha's done it here.
Win there on Ahmad, like you said, he hit him bagging at a big moment as well. My goodness, 4 back-to-back goals here in game 5. Each team has been trading opportunities. That one, great save from Alpha 54. Follow-up shot is in! Khaled brings Falcons back into the lead.
Oh my, oh Khaled! Another one just under the bar, and the defense again struggles against Team Falcons. They just keep coming back. It's been a well-defended series all throughout, and now the floodgates have opened. This is exactly what we wanted to see, though, between these two elite squads. It is just wide there as O'Khaled threaded the needle, and now Ahmad gonna take this himself, try to go underneath Sizen, not having it. And O'Khaled just a little late to the challenge, but it's still there for TRK. Waterfall down, and he could not jam it home.
So much pressure, both teams just trying to break through it all. Minute 45 left here. Alpha trying to lead the charge. A nice back pass between TRK and Khaled, but Falcons have to take this off the back wall. Ahmad's up early, gonna beat out Radosin. TRK beats out Alpha, and the ball downfield once again. Vitality have to come together on a strong drive. If they can't beat Falcons to the ball, they cannot beat them in this series.
This will drop right down into Sizen's lap, and TRK had to go after him. Now
just a bump.
Alpha's shot is gonna go through with the interference in front.
They found a way through. Look at that great challenge. Sizen immediately gets on that back wall, says, Khaled, we're gonna make you as awkward as possible. Even though Khaled got a piece, it just wasn't enough. Everything equalized. Time, pressure is mounting. Who's gonna take this game 5?
If you thought we were done, you were mistaken. There's TRK right back off the kickoff. Punch, counter punch, 4-3.
Look at that 50. Ahmad set it up perfectly. He knew he had him beat, but instead he realized he had him pulled out. Instead of taking the win, he's gonna drop it low for his teammate to come and score in the open net. And Vitality, how much more can you deliver us here?
Vitality have been asked yet another question. Do they have an answer for this one? This goes right to O'Khaled, and Alpha 54 gets caught up with Sizen, but they don't get punished for it. Boom downfield, it's Alpha again. He tried to read that, but could not. 50 seconds remain now, as it's O'Khaled rolling one forward. Sizen's got to get to this one, and he does, with now 45 to go.
Wilson trying to look for a clear way. They need to get this one out. Falcons say not a chance in the world. They are keeping it in, they're beating them out to the ball. Vitality needs some room if they can set up some type of play. They have the mechanics, they have the ability, but they don't have the comfortability here. Finally, Radosin able to get this to the midfield. Less than 30 seconds to go here in game 5.
They're starting to run forward now, running interference. TRK had to play it off his own back wall. It's a free opportunity now for Vitality. Got to keep the pressure on. One more to the backboard. It's swept away, down to 6, and now they're gonna reset. It's Alpha for Radosin again, denied by TRK. No time on the clock. Ahmad got to bring it to ground, and he can't. Radosin, Alpha's waiting. Oh, it's too strong for him, and he's got to bring it to the wall. And Ahmad clears it downfield, and Team Falcons win a classic.
My goodness.
Let's go!
I cannot believe we've just witnessed that. Falcons and Vitality